So with that, most signs for men happen on the upper half of the face, really around the forehead area. And signs for females happen on the lower half of the face, around the chin and the cheek area. And that's pretty standard. So anytime you see somebody signing something on the upper half, it's generally male. And anytime you see people down here on the lower half of the face, it's generally female. So the base sign for boy looks like this. You sort of take your fingers and tap them onto the thumb. Boy. Girl is an A hand shape. It starts here around the upper cheek, not all the way back to the ear, and comes down to about the dimple area. Girl. Okay. Boy and girl. Some people will actually sign this for male and female as well. But a lot of people will use this for male and female, which is the 5 hand shape off of the forehead down to the chest area. Male or man, and female or woman. Some people will also sign those same signs this way, where you start off with the A hand and then open it up to the 5 hand. So male, female, man, woman. That might be original thing. It might be an individual personal preference thing. Just know that it goes both ways with these signs. We'll also see dad and mom. Dad is the same 5 hand shape up on the forehead. Mom is the same 5 hand shape on the chin. Some people, for a variation, it's not a variation of what is the concept, but a variation in their hand placement, might go father or dad and mom or mother, and just off to the side instead of straight in front. So just know that if you see this, or you see this, or you see this, or this, it's the same thing. It's the parent. Grandma and grandpa, right? Grandma or grandmother, grandpa and grandfather. It's the same open 5. It has a bounce, right? But, grandpa, grandma. You'll also sometimes actually see grandpa and grandma look like this. Grandpa and grandma. And for some people, that could be a personal style thing or a personal preference in how they want to sign it. For others, it might be an issue of register. So in like a formal setting, they might go my grandfather and grandmother. So that's all fine. As interpreting students, you want to know all of these variations so that when you're voicing or when you're making interpretations, that you're doing it effectively. So another thing that I'll just add is when you're interpreting, sometimes it's a good idea to use the same signs that the deaf person uses, because then you're matching over to them. They don't have to feel like they're trying to accommodate you. Sister and brother. Sister looks like it starts with that A hand shape and comes down to the sign for right or correct. Sister. Brother starts with the A hand shape on the forehead and comes down to right or correct. This is how many people sign brother and sister today, right? Siblings, brothers and sisters. However, some people will also go boy, same. If you look in old sign language books, you'll see brother from boy, same. And you'll see sister, girl, same, sister. So, and just because it's a little bit of an older sign doesn't mean that people today, including young people, don't still go brother and sister. So know that you have variations in brother and sister and brother and sister. And those aren't the only two, by the way. There are others. So you want to know what is used in your area by the deaf people for which you interpret and or whom you speak with. Son and daughter. Son and daughter is kind of a flat hand, right? It looks like a B hand shape. You tap it in the same place on the forehead and bring it down to baby for son. Daughter, you have it here kind of on the chin area and you bring it down to baby. Daughter. However, again, some people will do the old boy, baby, girl, baby for son and daughter, right? Son, daughter, son, and daughter. I don't really use these signs myself much, so I have to think about them a little harder. Girl, baby, boy, baby. Okay, so you'll see son and daughter. Sometimes you'll see people go son and daughter. Let the flexibility be there for you as an interpreting student, so that when you're out interpreting, that you'll be able to make the best interpretation possible. Let's see. Aunt and uncle are initialized signs. So aunt or aunt or auntie, depending on where you're at and how you pronounce the word, is an A hand shape. Some people will circle it this way. So it kind of circles so that it comes towards your cheek and then away from your cheek. Aunt. And then uncle is the U. That's an initialized sign, U for uncle, and has the same circle. However, some people will go uncle and some people will go aunt as well. So really, it's dependent on personal signing choices, sometimes regional. Know that there are some levels of flexibility in how you're going to be signing stuff. And let's see. Cousin is also an initialized sign. It's C, and we shake it right here. And generally, if it's just a general generic cousin, you'll do it right in the dead center of your face because it doesn't imply male nor female. Some people, if they do the C on the upper half of their face, right up by the forehead area, they're implying a male cousin. Some people, when they're doing the C down by the lower half of the face, they're implying that it's a female cousin. Okay, but that may or may not be 100% true all of the time. So again, know your flexibility and know your community in who you're signing with. Okay, is that kind of my list? I think so. So understand that there are some variations in sign. Understands that sometimes the positions themselves might be a little different. So dad, dad, mom, mom. Variations in sign, right? Boy, right, or boy, same. Some people also do that, right, too, right? Boy, right, and girl, right. Brother, sister. So variations in sign. So again, those of you who are thinking about interpreting, some level of flexibility is going to be a good thing. Every now and then you get those teachers that say it must be this way. Generally, when an instructor's doing that, it's because you might be at a low level of sign language, meaning you're in like maybe ASL 1 or 2, and your teachers need you, we need you to sign things a particular way, which is like the base true form of the sign, so that as you get more and more experienced and start to relax in your hands and things like that, that it doesn't really look sloppy or wrong. So we need you, we might say it has to be this way, and then later in ASL 3, 4, or up in interpreting classes, your teachers say, well, you have these options. And you're like, well, my teacher said, yeah, because we needed you to have a strong base. And once you have that nice, strong base, then you can expand upon that base, and it won't all fall out from under you, right? You got a good, strong base, it ain't going nowhere. You got a crappy base, it's going all over the place, right? So keep up the good work, keep practicing, stay clean and stay clear, and I'll see you soon.